Hi Sagittarius, thank you for joining me for your June bonus read. Please remember that this is still a general reading, so it's not going to resonate for absolutely everyone, and that includes the cross-watchers. So Sagittarius, your energy towards the individual that you're dealing with in a love situation is this deck. Their energies towards you is here, and the potential future outcome between you both is this deck. As always, the energies are completely interchangeable, so if you feel that you're resonating more with this deck, then it's absolutely okay for you to take it. Just don't try and force any kind of timeline to fit your story, okay? So I'm going to speed up this part of the video, purely so you're not sitting watching me shuffle through 3 card decks. Right, let's get into this for you then, Sagittarius Collective in love, please. Okay, so Sagittarius, the zodiacs that I can see in your reading, and please don't hold on too tightly to the zodiacs that I shout out, okay? Some individuals will find the information useful and others not so much. This could be a sign that is somewhere in your own chart, or indeed somewhere in the chart of the individual that you're dealing with. Please also do bear in mind that I read ever so slightly differently from other readers that you might be more accustomed to their style. The positions that I shout out basically, it pertains to when the planets move through those signs. Some do like to associate that with the natal chart, and that's absolutely fine. Everybody's different, so it's not a problem, okay? So it's just take the zodiacs with a grain of salt, basically. Okay, so we've got Libran energies here with the Queen of Swords. We have got Karma, and that is the card of Judgment. And that's actually here twice. It's in your energy and it's in their energy, okay? That is, it's Pluto energy, so it's the element of fire. Your 5 of Cups is Mars in Scorpio. Your 10 of Coins is Mercury in Virgo. You've got more Libran energies with the Justice card. Your 7 of Wands is Mars in Leo. Your 7 of Cups is Venus in Scorpio. Your 7 of Swords is Moon in Aquarius. Your 6 of Swords is Mercury in Aquarius. Your Knight of Cups is Piscean energy. And the Tower is Mars energies, so that is the element of fire. Your Ace of Wands, that pertains to inspiration and action. It's the element of fire. 8 of Coins is Sun in Virgo. 7 of Wands is Mars in Leo. Your Queen of Coins is Capricorn energy. Your 10 of Cups is Mars in Pisces. Your 3 of Wands is Sun in Aries. And Justice again. Right, so just to get it out there as well, I cannot control what comes out of the cards, all right? And I don't believe that re-rolling the cards is the correct thing to do for me as a reader. It feels like I would be doing tarot an injustice, and indeed the individuals who watch the video, I'd be doing them an injustice as well. So I try to read it as I see it, whether it's good news, bad news, or anything in between. Okay. What I'm looking at here, Sagittarius, in your read is a double-edged sword. I am looking here very, very clearly. For me, it's as clear as it gets. This is a divorce here, right on the table. Now, for you, this feels like a big release, and a big release of old energies. For them, they still haven't quite come to terms with the fact that this situation is over. So it's quite, this is bittersweet is what I'm looking at, because on one hand you are really looking towards the future here with quite a bit of optimism, and on the other hand it's like, but you feel like it's such a waste as well. So it genuinely is a double-edged sword in your current energies. I am seeing that at the end of this particular journey for you both parties are actually going to end up with brand new beginnings with different partners. So I will take this from the top, and I will try to remain as sensitive as I can as well, because it's quite a difficult topic to approach. It is here though. This is as clear as it absolutely could possibly get. So your current energy is the Queen of Swords. This is putting up your boundaries. This is seeing through anything that was hidden. It is indicating, because you've got the Justice card in your energies as well, these two together in a read are telling me that there is legal documents here that they are in the system. So you've put something through the system here, and it pertains to the division of the family assets with the 10 of coins. See how they're sitting almost perfectly in a row. There is definitely some sort of solicitor here, a family solicitor, or if you're from across the pond, a lawyer, that is working on something here that pertains to your family assets. Inheritance also, it can be. This, for the most part though, this is definitely a divorce that I'm looking at. Your first card out is Karma. That's the Judgment card in traditional tarot, and it's right next to the Five of Cups. It's also in the position of how you're seeing them. So you're seeing the individual that you have been dealing with as reaping what they've sown with that particular combination, and it's not good. That is not good. They are not reaping good energies, because you see them in the Five of Cups. You see them regretful, remorseful, going through the loss, having to come to terms with this relationship being over. And they feel that you're breaking up the family unit, basically, with the 10 of coins and Justice. What you want to do to them, 7 of Wands and 7 of Cups, it's 2 sevens. And sevens in tarot can indicate reflection, assessment, motives. You're questioning their motives. It also pertains to building up your inner confidence as well, your sevens, and you've got 2 of them here. Either way, 7, it's not, it's a very sort of imbalanced number, right? It's kind of like trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. And it just doesn't work. And it hasn't worked for a very, very, very long time. So what you want to do is basically you want to put up a really, really good fight with the 7 of Wands. you would also prefer to block off all communication after the legalities have been dealt with. And you would like to go on to explore your options with the Seven of Cups. But the Seven of Cups, that pertains to not all that glitters is gold. So somewhere in your subconscious you have considered making it work with this individual. And it's almost as if that thought was kind of swept away quite quickly, because you're trying to remain realistic as well. So yeah, this is a very, very bittersweet energies, very double-edged sword. And my heart absolutely does go out to whoever this reading is belonging to. It's a very, very difficult and complicated, it's quite a messy situation as well. In their energies towards you is the Eight of Coins and the Seven of Wands. So how they see you as distracting yourself from facing them head on. So some of you are focusing on anything else except this situation with the Eight of Coins. I'm feeling as well that for some of you, this individual has tried to kind of spin a web around you as well. Now, I don't know why I'm getting that, because I've never gotten that before with that deck. But it's really that the spider in that particular card is actually really, really bothering me. And it's right next to the Seven of Wands. Again, that's in your energies towards them. There is pointless arguments here, and I'm seeing that the individual that you've been dealing with has just been, they've been spinning a web of lies. That's what I'm getting there, and it's genuinely really hurt your heart, really massively, because you just never ever thought that this individual would stoop to that kind of level, and they have, and it's broken your heart. In fact, for some of you, that was the catalyst to actually seeking out this legal help, basically. So there is definitely a lot of conflict and arguments and lies and just really not great energies. Again, switch it around if it fits, okay? If it's not your story at all, that's absolutely fine. In fact, with this being such a very specific read, I'm not feeling that it's going to resonate for very many people, to be completely honest. So how they feel about you, the Queen of Coins and Ten of Cups. So this individual feels that ultimately you are the decision maker here with the Queen of Coins, and you decide what's going to happen next. And they feel that your decision has bearing upon their happiness with the Ten of Cups. So I don't know, that energy doesn't really sit well with me, because it is coming across very much like emotional blackmail, that this individual is not going to be happy without you. I'm not allowed to put my own personal opinions into reads. I have to read without judgment, without bias, and without ego. I have to. But I'm pretty sure that you could probably guess what I'm thinking purely by the sound of my voice, because that is quite difficult to hide. Their current overall energies is justice. So they are basically waiting for the scales to balance out again. And they're secretly hoping that the scales are going to tip in their favour. And they're also trying to make a balanced decision, right? So that they're trying to keep their emotions in balance, they're trying to keep their thoughts in check, and more importantly, they are trying to keep their actions in check as well. So they're literally waiting for these legal documents here to come in with that energy. And what they want to do to you, Judgment and Three of Wands. So they definitely want to ask you here for a second chance with the Judgment card. There's a promise here as well with the Judgment. This is the card of having an awakening. It can be a spiritual awakening. It can be listening to their higher calling. Ultimately, in this particular read, the chances are quite high that this individual is not gonna initially sign this document, and they're gonna ask you for a second chance. You're gonna give them your final answer, which I'm seeing is a firm no. They then have to sign that paper and move towards a different and a new venture with the Three of Wands. They then, with the Three of Wands, have to be in charge of their own destiny from that point on. The Three of Wands also pertains to setting an example. So for some of you, not all of you, but for some of you, there are younger ones involved here. So some of you have got children, and this individual is going to have to try and put their emotions to the side to try and set a good example here with that particular combination. In the potential outcome, again, this makes me feel really uncomfortable. If you look at your potential outcome, the Seven of Swords and the Six of Swords. So the Seven of Swords is an energy of somebody being dishonest, either straight up lying or lying through omission. And then you've got the Six of Swords, which is moving away from your past, moving out of stormy waters and into calmer ones. It can actually indicate relocating. So some of you are looking here at moving house or moving town or anything like that. You're leaving the deception behind with that particular combination. So for some of you, the deception pertains to the fact that you haven't been happy in this particular situation for a long time. And for others of you, you're leaving the deceptive individual behind. So it's going to be different for all of you, but it is there in your cards. Also, with this particular combination, especially given the fact that, that there is high insinuation of legalities in your read, Sagittarius, your Seven of Swords and your Six of Swords is a warning that you're going to have your buttons pressed here in the hope that somebody can get a reaction out of you. This is basically somebody is trying to trip you up. Okay, so you need to be on the lookout for that. Any kind of loopholes, anything that's sneaky and devious that pertains to contracts. And certainly do not sign anything. Do not sign a single thing until you've had it looked over by an independent solicitor or lawyer. Because there is something here 100% that indicates that somebody is trying to trip you up in a legal sense of the word. You then have the Knight of Cups and the Tower. So your potential outcome, this Knight of Cups energy, is the individual here that you've been dealing with. And this is them actually verbalizing that, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it, can we please give it another go, I miss you, I can't live without you, you know, all of that. And the Tower moment is you giving them your final answer, which is that firm no. From that point on, it's like that's their revelation. So very, very difficult energies, but from the end of it, you get the Ace of Wands. That is a brand new spark. It's a card of potential. The aces are seeds as well. So I'm feeling with this particular energy, Sag, is you are going to rediscover that spark for life once again. And you're going to be absolutely full of inspiration and opportunities. With the Ace of Wands, you're going to be taking action on your desires, whatever that might be for you. For some of you, it pertains to something creative, and for others of you, it pertains to going out, meeting new individuals, and yeah, how to keep it clean. Taking action on your desires. Okay. Is there anything else, please, for Sagittarius in love? Sagittarius. Oh, don't go on the floor. I'm way too old for this. Okay. Creativity. You love to devise new ideas, innovations, and forms of illumination. Yeah, so some of you are going to be embarking on a creative venture here, just to kind of release all of those pent-up emotions that have been building up over the past couple of years. And satisfaction. You let the energy of love guide you to self-approval so that others no longer define who you are. Ouch. Okay, some of you felt really quite trapped by this particular relationship, and you're definitely freeing yourself up from that, and it's literally giving you a brand new lease of life. Is there anything else for Sagittarius in love, please? Okay, soul cage. Rescue, escape from captivity and restriction, living a half life and keeping to your comfort zone. Yeah. Really, really difficult topic to broach here, but for some of you, not all of you, you actually felt that this particular marriage, for the most part, was really sort of domineering and overbearing, controlling, and really, I mean, come on, soul cage, you felt trapped, let's be honest. You felt completely and utterly trapped and bound. But then it's like you realised that you cannot continue living just half of a life. And it's like as soon as these papers or whatever this is signed, it's like confirmation then that old chapter is firmly behind you. And it's kind of like permission here for you to rediscover your talents and rediscover who you are, and to genuinely be satisfied with the direction that your life is about to take. Because I'm feeling here quite strongly that for the most part, Sagittarius has not been happy. Sagittarius in love, please. Thank you. Right. So we've got third quarter moon. Adjustments are required. It says, I'm re-evaluating the situation. Your life feels out of balance. It's time to make a new plan. Something new and exciting is around the corner. Trust may be required to move the situation forward. Yeah, that is indicating adjustments required. Just keep an open mind with that, right? Because that could be literally anything. That could be somebody trying to trip you up with a legal document, or somebody trying to trip you up to kind of tarnish your reputation, right? There is something, adjustments required, that there's something that has been overlooked here that you need to take a closer look at. And there's something new and exciting just around the corner for you as well, Sagittarius, when you've come out of whatever this darkness is. Okay, so the last deck that I'm going to pull for you, Sag, is very, very 50-50 about whether or not this is going to resonate for your story. Because with this deck, what I hope to do is to pull the strongest energies of the zodiacs who you are likely to be dealing with, right? So strongest energies around Sagittarius, please. Okay, that was a bit forceful. Right, so we've got the 5th house. Some of you could be dealing with a Leo. And the 3rd house, some of you could be dealing with a Gemini. 2 more. Okay, so that one and that one. Some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio, and some of you could be dealing with a Taurus. Right, so if you just give me a second, I'll get you the bonus message here at the end. Right, energy is intense, masterful, thoughtful, and magnetically charming, but also secretive and possessive. Your potential to learn something, and your local neighbourhood, where you have fun, romance, and create things that you're proud of. And the energy around you shows the abundance of nature that's rich and earthly and productive, yet relaxed and slow. Right, some of you are artists by nature. There's something that you can create, and that's not just restricted to sort of drawing art. It can be music also. There is an artistic talent that you have that you're going to be able to gain finances, abundance through your artwork. So no longer are you going to be the starving artist, but you're going to be the self-employed artist with that particular combination. Some of you are definitely moving into a brand new neighbourhood as well. And yeah, secretive and possessive. I'm feeling that pertains to the individual that you have been dealing with. The secrets, something that was dishonest, untruthful, whatever, it's coming out to light, and they're feeling really possessive over you, hence that sort of age-old trick of, oh, but I'm not happy without you, and yeah, it's not a great energies to be around. Either way though, Sag, you know that actually was not a bad read, because it's showing that you're getting out of that situation. Whatever that dark energy is, you're rebuilding from it. You're moving out of it, and you're doing it really, really successfully as well. Yeah, I'm not seeing that there is anything like major for you to be worried about here. There's just a little friendly warning up here to be aware of anything that you might have overlooked when it pertains to contracts, documents, or somebody trying to press your buttons. But on the whole, you know, I would say that that was actually a really, really good reading. It was a useful reading. And that doesn't happen very often. Right, so very, very best of luck to you, Sagittarius, to whoever that resonated with. Okay, so that is what I have for you, Sag. Please do like, share or subscribe if that's resonated. And thank you so, so much to all of those who have already supported my channel. I appreciate every single one of you. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, then that information can be found in my descriptions box below. So thank you again, Sagittarius. Please do take care out there, and we shall speak again soon. Bye.